comfortable to release any stimulations. Become more aware of the body. Become safe or curious and conscious of what's happening in your system, in your body, in your breath. All right, there it is. It worked. Okay. Thanks for your patience. All right. So simply come into your body and your breath. Put your hands over your chest. And take this moment and listen. There's this notion that we are 99% energy and just 1% matter. When you think about there's this spaciousness as we are these cells and we have these electrons and protons that are just spinning around our cells, the core of these cells. There's actually a lot of spaciousness. And so we want to acknowledge, just like how we're 80% water, we want to acknowledge that even though we don't see water when we're looking at ourselves, there is a part of us that is different than what we imagine. So when we are present to all of this more clearly, we actually have more power over giving ourselves creativity, giving ourselves permission to see how easy it is to change the neurochemistry, to change all the makeup that's happening inside when we realize what we see is just a small part of us. So that's what the invitation of quieting down and slowing down is really all about. So as we're listening to my voice in this conversation, begin to center yourself so that you are bringing your awareness away from the whole world and coming moment to just fully yourself. And I'm playing some music. All right, there it is. So just keep taking these nice deep breaths. There are many ways for us to access into the nervous system. One is simply slow down, draw our awareness away from a gazillion things and just say, I'm here, and stretch the chest and vagus nerve by taking a deep breath. Filling the lungs with air, filling the belly with air, and just feel how we are activating the nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system. We are so often in this high overload of sympathetic nervous drive, and not because we don't control it or not because we're not good at it. It's simply just by living for all these years in life. Our nervous system, by taking care of us, by being guardians and warriors for our lives, it has set up a system where it's ready to take care of us. So as we are choosing to have a habit of self-care every Monday, we're simply saying, let's go ahead and make that choice to flip. Make that choice to allow for spaciousness, for the opposite, for the parasympathetic to come in. So these nice deep breaths, and listen to the breath as it enter the back of your nose, the back of your throat, and feel it entering through your throat, stretching through your chest, stretching through your diaphragm. Just participate in this beautiful rhythm. We have so many different rhythms that naturally happens because of this autonomic nervous system. It's autonomic because it's automatic, right? And so our heart rate, our breathing, we have lymphatic rates, we have cranial, sacral, spinal fluid rates. They're natural ways that is all participating in a feedback loop with this autonomic nervous system. So all you're doing is just inviting that breath, inviting consciousness to say, I would like to get back in the driver's seat. Because we can, as the mind, impact the body. Just enjoy it. And if that's all we do today, or every day, that's the most powerful, powerful tool. It's simply relating back to how powerful you are in connecting every cell and every hormones, every pathway is so powerful in the way it's connected. So just be in awe. Another way to really bring our brain and our body to really get us to this moment and pause any reactionaries or unconscious reactions in our system could be called a PQ rep or a positive quotient, or simply it's actually a way to practice awareness through sensory. So you can just rub your fingers, your thumb, and your index finger together. Keep breathing and just feel the rubbing and feel the grooves between the thumb and the index fingers. Just feel how the brain's receiving signal because there's so much sensory nerves in these fingertips. And so when you're rubbing it, take a moment and really feel all the sensory. You can rub the other fingers too. And now do the other side. Do both sides together. Really feel all the information that you're receiving from rubbing the fingers. And now rub two hands, the 10 fingertips against each other, the 5 against 5. Again, with your eyes closed and fully engaging, listening. Activating the awareness even deeper. And now relax your hands onto your knees. And take a moment and do the same with the hearing sensory. Take a moment and just see what you're listening around you, that's near you. Take a moment now and listen further away. See as far as that room is, where can you hear some sounds? Maybe it's a low humming, or maybe it's a clock ticking. But take a moment and see if you can extend that sensory of the hearing all the way to the edges of the room or as far as you can. And just simply pay deep attention. And often, depending on how stressed your nervous system is that day, you get distracted, you get pulled into your thoughts, you get pulled into your judgment, you get pulled into something else. And that's totally normal. It's your body being part of a caretaking system. But not for right now. We'd like to invite it to somehow come back to full awareness. We'd like to take back control of the driver's seat of your nervous system. We'd like to say, we'd like to be here and be steady. This is all just prep work. All of these Mondays, it's about for us to get to find ways to meet our nervous system, how it shows up in stress, how it shows up as distractions. All just different ways our nervous system is giving us signals. So there's no right or wrong. You will become familiar with what your body likes to show up as when it's in stress. But you'll also become good at choosing moment to moment to be the driver of your nervous system. So deep breath, aware of the sounds near and far, aware of the fingertips. Now just take this moment and scan gently from the top of your head Focus on the forehead, or the eyebrows, or the eyelashes, or the nose, the lips, the teeth, the tongue. Just feel all the sensations and information. Notice what the muscles are doing. Feel the sensation of your jaw, your neck. Take a moment and do a 360 evaluation of the neck. The muscles, the tension, the sensory. Now draw that awareness down to your shoulders, your elbow, your wrists, your fingers, your fingertips. And bring the awareness to your chest, your belly button. And feel that movement, feel the sensories. Take a moment and feel your knees, your thighs, your calves, your ankles, and scan down to the top of your feet, the bottom of your feet. Now find your toes, find your toenails, the space between the toes. Often we forget those little areas. Feel the bottom of your feet and feel it touching the ground. Now bring your awareness down to your toes, down from the toes to the bottom of your feet, down to the ground, and imagine reaching down to the center of the earth. And just listen. Give permission that we just have the language for so little of our lives, of what we know of this magical body we have, in this magical world we live in. So just give yourself the ability to let go of all the language we have to describe our experience and simply use all the senses we have to experience this current moment. And now take this time to become aware of the space in front of our chest. You feel that rising and falling of your chest. And feel that space surrounding the front of our bodies, the volume of space above in front of our body, all the way extending to the wall. In the space to the right side of our body, imagine your hands outstretched all the way to the edge of the room. Feel that space. Feel any information. You might hear some sounds. You might feel the temperature, movement. If there's people around, just take a moment and just check it out. And extend that awareness out to your back, all behind you, behind your arms, behind your neck. Feel that space all the way extending as far as you can imagine. And now wrap it around to the left side and bring awareness to your left side of the body. As if your left arm is stretched out all the way. And bring that awareness above your head, all the way extending, all the way to the top of the ceiling, and even beyond. Feel all that spaciousness. Imagine you're just the top of a tree crown, and all that space above you can feel part of your sensory. Now gently bring your awareness back to your chest area, your heart area, and just breathe and be there. Have your palms open up, facing upward. And just take this moment and just listen and be open. Allow your awareness to just wander one more time gently through the whole body. See where it's drawn for attention, drawn to become aware and care and curious. And just take that time to slow down the thoughts, slow down the actions. Feel the spaciousness. And just stay with it. Give yourself permission to have a moment-to-moment experience. Stay with it. You're doing great. Just keep breathing. Keep listening. Every time your mind gets distracted or you get pulled in your nervous system as a way to react, just choose. Choose to come right back. Choose to be committed to this moment, this next 10 minutes. Everything else that's going on in our lives can be whatever it's going on. But when we're in this moment, we're practicing choosing to stay in this steady state. We're committed to this steady state, committed to this technology of breathing, becoming aware, moment to moment. Your presence and existence. Keep steady, you're doing great. Now take a moment and come up with an intention, a blessing, a prayer for your being for the rest of the day. How would you like to feel? What's a positive emotion that you'd like to experience for the rest of the day? Is it joy? Is it awe? Is it peace? Be steady with that intention. Just feel it in your body, feel in your heart. Take a moment and imagine a place that helps you generate that sensation and feeling. Immerse yourself in that creation and this feeling happening in your body. Your brain does not know you're not at the beach under the sun. Your brain is powerfully creating all the chemistry for you to feel this way. So just imagine yourself in that situation, that place that brings that sensation, that positive emotion. And breathe as if you can smell, you can feel, you can receive that sensation. Or have your hands, palms facing up, reached out in front of you, in front of your chest. And take a moment and imagine yourself sitting, a little version of you, sitting on your palms. It could be you as yourself right this moment. It could be you as your future. It could be you as a specific age in your past. But just invite all of you, the multiverse, all of you into this palm. Because it's always been there. And take a moment and send intention of love, prayers of health, the feeling of peace. Just consciously channel those intentions and well wishes into this little image of yourself in your palm. Keep going. You got this. And if it's a healing thought, if it's the support of a pain or discomfort, maybe it's in your belly, maybe it's in your back, maybe it's in your heart. This moment, just send peace and healing. And take a moment and imagine yourself sitting on your own palm, being this little person, feeling and receiving all this love from around you, being surrounded by prayers of goodwill and care. Now release your hands. Take a few nice deep breaths. Stretch your arms over your head. And stretch, stretch. Rotate your wrist. Rotate your shoulders. With your hands. Open your eyes. Shake your hands out. Slowly come back to all of your body. Take a few nice deep breaths. Whew, how was that? Yeah. Group meditation is a very powerful practice because you are actually bringing multiple consciousness together in this moment and be here and choosing to be here and fully alive. So thank you for joining. Thank you for being there to be part of this beautiful matrix for other people. And there's so much power, so much data about actually when we're in this stillness, when we're in this presence, we're doing so much amazing things supporting our nervous system, supporting our hormones, supporting our chemistry. So that's a beautiful dose of care and love and treatment for your well-being. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining. I am delighted to see you. Always, please feel free to write me if you have questions. And I will see you next Monday. And be well.